Hello, all you lovely people of YouTube and Spotify. This is your host, RipR4. I'm back here again, back here in the saddle. Um, I I would like to apologize for not recording last week's episode. Got distracted from some things. The day I was supposed to record it was Thanksgiving. And then it would have been uploaded the next day. I completely forgot. I was distracted. I had Thanksgiving at a family's house or family member's house. We went home, and I was preoccupied with certain matters. And by the time I realized I needed to record it, it was way too late. But hey, I'm recording it now, and a lot has happened since I last talked to you all. It's been 2 weeks, and holy shit! Renegades is so fucking awesome. Okay, so let me talk about it. I played it with Denmark and Ghosty. And so it was a 3-player campaign. And we played it on normal. So this is my normal campaign playthrough review. First of all, hang on, let me tell you something. They did another ornament set. I knew they would, because it's the Star... Sorry. So, anyway. It's the Star Wars campaign. So I knew they would do another ornament set. I just didn't think it would be Mandalorians. I am a very big fan of Mandalorians. Like, a very big fan. A lot. I love Mandalorians. So, my thought process, or not thought process, here, let me tell you the Mandalorians they added. So, if you're a Titan main, you'll get Din Djarin, also known as the Mandalorian, from The Mandalorian. If you are a hunter, you got Boba Fett. Specifically, like, his Book of Boba Fett outfit. So he has, like, a black undersuit. But you can change that. And if you're a warlock, like I am, you got Bo-Katan. And her bond, if you're curious, has a part of the dark... It has a shard of the dark saber crystal. Which, as one would say... Hell yeah. That's awesome, is what I'm saying. But anyway, what else? Just adjusting my headphones. The Mandalorians are like, all the Mandalorian armor is cool. I plan to buy the Warlock at some point because I'm gonna make my custom Mandalorian that I made. Her name's Sina. If people want it, I might make a video like discussing her lore once I flesh her out more. Her lore is kind of like tied to 2 other people's characters. One of those people being Denmark with her Mandalorian. Mine's Mandalorian's name is Sina Terrassus. She's a countess of the House of Terrassus, of Clan Terrassus. We have not discussed what the name of the moon she is a ruler of yet. But when Order 66 happens, she's like 19. And so she goes through all of that, and then like she helps. She basically targets the Empire because the Empire destroyed most of her civilization while she was on a certain type of mission. I forget what it is, but something that led her to be on Coruscant when it happened. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Destiny 2 Renegades. So, let me just start with the most simple part. It's good. It's better than Edge of Fate. I fucking loved this one. This was such a good campaign. And I would even say they cooked. I think Bungie cooked immensely. And if you say otherwise, I get that, but you're also wrong. What the hell? Oh, cool. If I watch my own stream. Oh yes, by the way, I plan to stream throughout the I plan to stream later this week. If you watch my stream on Twitch, you'll get a ship. You'll get a ship if you watch my stream for 4 hours. So keep that in mind, viewers. Anyway, so I want to start off with the cast of characters. The cast of characters for this campaign is really fun. We have Drifter, we have Eris, we have Ido, we have Blue, which is Drifter's ghost. We have the new character Anor. We have some fragments of Savala being around. That's Darth Vader. We have some fragments of I just said Darth Vader. What the hell? We have some fragments of Savala being around in the campaign, and every time he spoke, I got taken it back because like I'm still not used to Keith David being Commander Savala. It's gonna take some time getting used to. Even though like he was the main character for Final Shape. Speaking of Final Shape, playing this campaign, it did make me realize that Cade would have been such a phenomenal character for Renegades. And you know what? I think the devs realized that because in Tharsis Outpost, there's a little picture of him hung up, and it was nice. I just wish he was still alive. And I know it would sour the death that was there, but I think the original ending for Final Shape was a lot better than, well, honestly, what we got. I miss Cade. But yeah, for our protagonists, we had a really good cast of characters. Lodi! How could I forget? Lodi was there too, and Lodi's awesome. Eris is a lot more powerful than I realized. Everyone was awesome. I loved all the characters. What would have made it like 10 times better is if they just added 2 more characters, even to make if they had 3 more characters that just made small appearances, it would have had all the best characters besides, the one who's dead named Cade. So the 3 characters who are still alive that could have showed up, it would have made no sense for these 3 to show up, but it would have been awesome because I love them. Saint, Osiris, Elsie Bray. It would have just been perfect. Okay. And for the villains, oh my god. The villains are wonderfully written. Which is, thank fucking god. They're like wonderfully written, and like I'm really interested about them. They make me really entertained. But also I want to gut them like fishes. Because like, oh my god, they pissed me off. Because they did okay. If you have not played Renegades, this is your time to stop listening. Because I'm going to talk about it, okay? I'm going to give you some time. Because the rest of this is more than likely going to be me talking about Renegades. Are you good? You don't care? Oh, okay. Let's listen now. So it starts off, when you boot up the game, it starts off with a cutscene that is a one-for-one, like, it's basically the start of A New Hope. With the ship flying away, and then the big, bad, evil ship flying above a desert planet. The desert planet in question right now is Mars, which makes sense. However, the ship that we see in question is the Derelict, which is Drifter's ship, and on it is Drifter, Blue, Honor, Ido, Eris, and the Guardian. The Guardian's in the engine room though, making sure the ship stays up and running. So that's the reason for like, oh, it's a super high quality cutscene, but your Guardian's not there because they're not in that part of the ship. Anyway, Eris fucking throws up like hive shields to block these huge blaster bolts from the enemy ship to make sure the ship doesn't get shot down, which is crazy, by the way. It was awesome, and I loved every second of it. By the way, if you are a visual listener, I know that like I should be using Star Wars weapons since they just came out. However, I'm using my normal loadout for background footage because of the activity I'm playing. That being said, though, we see Drifter deploy some like frames, and sorry, I got a message. Drifter deploys some of frames that we've never seen before. Like they're specifically like Gambit like looking frames, which is really cool. I loved it. The Baron Imperium invade, and basically, we see a recreation of the helmet thing with Stormtrooper, but instead of a Stormtrooper, it's a Cabal hit their head on the door. The big like leader of the Cabal walks in, and then Dredgen Bale walks in, and then we can hear stasis go off. And so then we're loaded in, and we're in like the belly of the ship, and then we are given a weapon. Which, fun fact for all you Star Wars nerds, or people who care about Star Wars and want to know what it is you get Boba Fett's rifle that we see in like Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. It's that gun that Boba Fett has. We get that immediately. It's a Strand pulse rifle in the first slot, and it's so awesome to use. I love it, and oh my god, it's so fun. I love it so much. We fight through the ship, and oh my god, the ship, it still looks Cabal, but oh my god, the Star Wars vibe in the ship is insane. It's so cool. I love it so much. I had so much fun. And in that first mission, we go through the prison levels, which now I'm realizing is a reference to when they go in the Death Star. We go to the prison levels, and what I thought was going to be like a MacGuffin of the entire campaign was us trying to find Drifter and save him. We save him immediately. We use Drifter as a payload and bring him back to the ship while we're freeing all the other prisoners, which were some of Keitel's Legion, some of like the Elixir from Spider's thing, like our pirate crew, and like we saved some Red Jacks and other like frames. And I wish we just took them with us, like, because like how cool it would have been to have that crew. It's like, hey, we saved you. You want to like help us take down the people who captured you? That would have been sick. Anyway, we go to Tharsis because we need to work with crime syndicates because we're not going to have help from the Vanguard because of course the Vanguard is not going to help us because they don't believe Drifter, so we just got to do this by ourselves because the Vanguard is just as useful as ever. Anyway, we take care of all of that. There's a lot of missions. I'm going to have to replay the campaign to describe it better, but the last mission, oh my god! We used the new motorcycle like fallen vehicle called the Falcon, and it is awesome. And we use it to go around. And there's a cutscene. Oh my god, there's a cutscene where we're driving it through space, and like you're gonna hear a lot of me just nerding out. All the weapons are awesome. So let me tell you about all the weapons. We have the DL-44. I don't know any of the actual names that are in the fucking Destiny game. But I can tell you what like how they function in Destiny. But I can't tell you like the name of the Destiny versions. Anyway, we have the DL-44. It's in the energy slot. It's arc. It is a hand cannon, special ammo. It's the new weapon type. It's a blaster. But that's awesome. I think it's really cool. Um, what else? There's the Briar pistol. It's a kinetic. I don't think it has any like damage type. Um, and it doesn't have a damage type. And yeah, no, it's just a hand cannon. It's also a blaster. All the new weapons that they added are blasters, where they have an active reload mechanic. Like I don't know if you've ever played Battlefront, but it's like that. So at a certain point, if you press your trigger or reload, hit your reload vent, as a button, when that happens, what will happen is you'll get like extra recharge, and it'll take you longer to overheat. And let me tell you, it's fun. In the another gun in the Connect slot is the clone Republic Commando SMG. So if you've played Republic Commandos, then that gun is in the game. Specifically, only the SMG variant. However, it would be insane if they added a modular gun. I would lose my shit if the first modular gun they make is you know. Um what else? Uh there's the combat compact defender. I don't know. That's the only one I remember the Destiny name for because I don't know the Star Wars one. That's kind of funny. It's Princess Leia's pistol from the movies. Anyway, what else? What else? What else? Um, there's there's gonna be more blasters when the dungeon comes out, but so far I'm telling you the ones that we just have. There's a third gun in the kinetic slot. So I said, okay, Briar SMG pulse rifle. I said all that. And then before I tell you the exotic, which we all know what the exotic is, before I tell you the exotic, there is a heavy, it's the first heavy legendary sniper of the game. Which, by the way, I do want to point out that's funny because both, like, so this isn't the first time that the first legendary version of a gun type. Sorry about that. This is what is happening. Anyway, this hello, okay. This isn't the first time a legendary gun type or gun variant has been added to the game. That was a crossover. Because the first time was the trace rifle. Because it's the focus rifle from Halo Reach. Which I think is really funny. It's really funny that it's the trace, that it was the focus rifle. But, yeah, so I didn't even say what the heavy sniper is in Star Wars. It's, if you've ever seen The Mandalorian, it's the sniper he uses to disintegrate people. And, like, it's so fun to use. However, I do want to make it more powerful, and I hope I can. It's a single shot. So like you only have one in the magazine, or there's not even a mag for it because you just load one big bullet. It's so fun to use though. Um, what else? Um, basically, lightsaber. That's what the last one I need to say is. They added a lightsaber to the game, and you can deflect bullets back at people, and they'll actually go to the person and damage them like a lightsaber, or they'll um or you can throw the lightsaber, which takes a bit more ammo than. But it's still really cool. I love it so much, and I recommend it. I know I've been cutting out in and out, but like I recommend if you play this campaign, the lightsaber is really fun, and it's taking everything within me. Not it's taking everything in me not to use the lightsaber right now. Um, I'm hoping that uh these mic cracklings that you hear and whatnot are not permanent. And what I mean by that is I'm hoping I can get a new controller and a new headset for Christmas. If I can't, I believe I'm starting a job in like a month. Not a month. No, it's not a month. In a few months. And with me starting that, I was just like, buy new stuff. Which, by the way, I plan to get a new Xbox around that time. Which I know is probably not the best idea, given how shitty Microsoft has been recently. But also, PCs are getting more expensive. And I don't know what to do about that. And basically, uh, what my point was consoles. With me getting the new console, there's a specific game that I'm going to be able to play that a lot of my friends want me to play, which I'll be able to play because I game share with a friend who owns the game. And you know what I'm saying? Well, Rip, what's the game? Helldivers 2. I want to play Helldivers 2. Okay. As fun as this has been, I'm going to do a shorter episode this week because I don't know how much more this mic is going to crackle. I'm probably going to be doing shorter episodes this month. I hope all of you are okay with that. But with that being said, I'm going to step away. I'm going to play more Renegades. I'm going to do a lot more things today. But yeah, with that being said, thank you all so much for listening. Once again, sorry that this is a short episode, but I will be seeing all of you later. Goodbye, everyone.